So it is almost 3 in the morning. I've watched way too many episodes of The Walking Dead, and I decided that it would be the perfect time to go to the middle of a random park and vlog. I didn't really have anything to talk about. Well, I did have questions and surveys and stuff, but I don't know. Like, I think I'm just in too much zombie apocalypse mode to focus on doing something. And the sprinklers just turned on behind me. It sounds like there's constant pitter pattering behind me. So this should be a lot of fun. Um, I think this is more zombie mode. So, I don't know, let me find one of these surveys I had opened and do them. I can't find a good one that makes sense. I should have been more prepared, but I just decided that instead of, sleeping or doing something normal at 3 in the morning, that I would go vlog because I said that I would. And last time I did try, the volume, I had it muted, so I had 8 minutes of me talking, but there wasn't anything muted. And then I was like, well, that's a good enough effort to start, so that'll be my month quota. But I'm trying to keep to my 5 vlogs per month, and I'm already 4 behind. Well, technically 5 since I didn't make it because it's no volume. I could do like a bad lip dub version of it or something, but that is way too much work, and I am definitely too lazy to do that. So this is the Free Your Mind question survey. This is so weird with all this water behind me. What's more difficult for you, looking into someone's eyes when they're telling you how they feel, looking into someone's eyes when you are telling them how you feel? I think that the more difficult one would be looking into someone's eyes when you're telling them how you feel, because it seems to imply that there's more of an emotional connection for you, and I guess I'm the type of person who would be ready to receive information, but giving it would be more intimate or difficult for me. Think of the last time you were really, all caps, angry. Why, all caps, were you angry? Do you still feel the same way? I don't get angry a lot. I'm way too nonchalant for that. I think the last time I really got angry was... well, that doesn't count. I'm going to discount that. That's a special situation. Oh, the last time I got angry was the Season 5 finale of True Blood. Bill died or exploded or gooped himself, and I was so fucking happy. And then he comes back, and I was so mad. I had a fanboy rage moment, and I was mad because it was bullshit. So that's why I was angry. Do I still feel the same way? I still hate Bill, and I'm still mad that he's gonna come back, and that he's somehow relevant to this show. But I mean, I like True Blood, but I don't like True Blood. I just watch it anyway, so I'm not that emotionally invested, except I am. I don't know, it's a weird fandom of mine. You were on a flight from Honolulu to Chicago nonstop. There's a fire in the back of the plane. You have enough time to make one phone call. Who do you call, and what do you tell them? The first question that I would ask in this situation would be like, what time is it? Because I wouldn't want to call someone and not expect them to answer, because that would be sucky to get someone's voicemail. I mean, I guess that might be better anyway, because you could at least ensure that your message is saved, but, I don't know. I guess my mom, Maybe my sister, one of my best friends. I don't know what I'd tell them. Uh, divvy up my stuff, have fun, pay my debts or not. I want to be buried with my Pokemon card collection. I'm taking them all with me. And my batarang and my sword. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm looking at my laptop after they cleaned up all of the poems that I've written. You're at the doctor's office and he's just informed you that you have approximately 1 month to live. Do you tell anyone, everyone, you're going to die? What do you do with your remaining days? Would you be afraid? Funny enough, I was kind of in a similar situation to this question last year this time. I didn't really tell anyone that I was gonna die up until I thought I was gonna not die. But what I did with my remaining days was the usual. I was definitely more withdrawn, and I kind of prepared myself for just dropping dead at any minute. But I wasn't necessarily afraid, I was more resigned. You can have one of the following two things. Which do you choose and why? Love and trust. Well, that should be love or trust if you have to choose between the two, but that's just semantics. I think between the two I'd rather have trust. I mean, if you have trust, you can have love, or at least something that effectively is positively good for you, but a relationship without trust is precarious at best and too unpredictable and random, and loving someone you don't trust is terrible, and you just end up feeling like you wasted a lot of time. So I would rather have trust. You're walking down the street on the way. I feel like I've done this question before, this survey before, in another form. Maybe they're just all looking the same. But it's the question about you're walking to work and there's a dog drowning, and you have to like decide if you're gonna be late for it. And the thing that I would ask is like, I thought dogs swam better than people, so how is the dog drowning? But I mean, I suppose I'd just say the dog. If you show up sopping wet, it lends credibility to your story. Your best friend confesses that he has feelings for you that are more than just friendship. He's fallen in love with you. What do you or did you do or say? That would kind of be a first, because usually with my best friends, or at least my straight best friends, or my male friends, I'm usually the one who ends up with the crush. But if my best friend told me he was falling for me, I would laugh and say, this just undid years of work and reconciliation, but whatever. Think of the last person who you knew that died. You have the chance to give them 1 hour of life back, but you would have to give up 1 year of yours. Do you do it? Why or why not? I would. Why? Because the last person that I knew who died means a great deal to me, and I don't know, just an hour with someone you really care about could be worth a year without them. And so, I mean, that's a trade that I would make. Are you the kind of friend that you would want to have as a friend? Yes, that's the way I aspire in my relationships. I think I'm pretty awesome and funny and good to talk to and stuff, so I would definitely be friends with myself. And if I am friends with myself, I would know how to maximize my potential for friendness. Does love equal sex? Nope. Your boss tells your coworker that they have to let them go because of work shortage, and they are the newest employee. You've been there much longer, your coworker has a family to support, and no means of income. Do you go to your boss and offer to leave the company? Why or why not? No. I mean, sucks to suck, dude, but shit happens. When was the last time you told someone honestly how you felt, regardless of how difficult it was for you to say? Who was it, and what did you have to tell the person? I'm generally pretty honest and upfront about how I feel, so I can't really think of like a particular case that stands out. Um, what would be or what was harder for you to tell a member of the opposite sex you love them or that you do not love them back? I guess I'd have to like ignore the gender bias in this one, but I think it would be harder for me to say that I love someone that I liked versus telling someone that liked me that I didn't like them. Um, Telling the truth is generally always the easier option. Um, what do you think would be the hardest thing for you to give up? Why would it be hard to lose? I suppose my brain or my soul, like whatever makes me me. Um, I mean, I've lost a lot of things that mean things to me. Items like my car, my phone, laptop, important people, important relationships, loss of physical health, but throughout all of those things I was always myself, so the hardest thing for me to lose would be myself, like my sense of self, or at least my objective ability to say that I'm going through this. Excluding romantic love, when was the last time you told someone you loved them? Who were they to you? I think, I was texting one of my friends, and, he said something about Pokemon or something that made me laugh, and I just replied back that I loved him. If there was one moment and one time within the last month that you would change and why? No. This last month was pretty standard. Imagine it is a dark night. You are alone, it is raining outside, you hear someone walking around outside your window. Who do you wish was there with you? I did not know how that question was going. I'm like, this is almost the question. But, I mean, if I'm sitting out here and it's raining, I hear someone outside, who do I want with me? Well, someone that could keep up with me if I decide to run, and someone who'd fight with me if I decide to fight. I don't, like, I don't know which one of my friends would fulfill both of those requirements, and someone to laugh about with it afterwards, so that's just another complication. I would duplicate myself, and that's who I would want along with me. Would you give a homeless person CPR if they were dying? Why or why not? Why would I don't know. Like, I suppose I would. But I've not been, I took CPR, like, in health, and I didn't even bother to get, like, CPR certified, so I don't know if I would, like, accidentally do more harm than good, but I wouldn't want to be have the bystander effect and just watch a person die, so I would try somewhat valiantly and hopefully skillfully, but I don't know. You were holding on to your grandmother's hand and the hand of a newborn that you do not know as they are hanging over the edge of a cliff. You have to let go of one to save the other. Who do you let fall to their death? What was your rationale for making the decision? If I had to be selfish and save my grandmother, whom I have loved for 23 years, or someone that I did not know, I would pick my grandmother, even though it would be easier to save a newborn who would weigh, what, at the most 8 pounds versus my grandmother, but I would. I mean, she wouldn't like it. One of my earlier memories of my grandmother, it was her, my great-grandmother, and my younger sister. We were all riding in the car, and there was a drunk driver or something, like, careening around, and he looked like he was going to hit us, and she told us all to sit still and make sure our seatbelts were on, and she looked to my great-grandmother, her mom, and said that she didn't mind if it was just the two of them, but she didn't want to die with the children in the car. And so she would tell me to save the baby, but I don't think I could. Are you old-fashioned? Yes. I'm pretty old-fashioned, but not narrow-mindedly old-fashioned. I just have a lot of stereotypically Southern values, I suppose. I've called myself a Southern belle at times. When was the last time you were nice to someone and did not expect anything in return for it? I don't know. Always? Oh, Jesus, this is getting long. I gotta go faster. Which would you choose? True love with a guarantee of a broken heart, or never loved at all, or why? I would choose true love with a guarantee of a broken heart, because that's probably what makes it true love. No, that sounds terribly pessimistic. But never loving at all sounds far worse than a broken heart. I mean, living with a broken heart, I think, is better than living with an unused heart. If you could do anything or wish anything, what would it be? That's a long, complicated answer. Then I start talking about like space-time continuums and stuff, and this video is already 15 minutes long, so I'm just gonna say I would wish for superpowers. And yeah, that's it. Okay, that's my long video.